good, y'all? Welcome to Energy. Oh, shit. What's good? Energy. Sorry about that. Thought I had the mic plugged in. Um. All right, so let's get into this reading. Don't judge my nails. I got into a energetic battle with the Cookie Monster warlock, and they broke my nail. Um, Whatever that means, but they broke my nail, so I had to cut them off. Which is okay, because you know how you keep getting a fill in when you know you need to just sit your ass down and let them soak them off, but you don't feel like it, so you try to get that last little fill in. They was already kind of lifted at the tops, so it's okay. I don't care, because I really do like the fake nails better than any other. I tried the press-ons, it don't work. I have to redo it too often. I wash my hands too much. Um, yeah, too much water. I have to bathe the child and me. It's too much. And then they don't stay on. And my regular nails, they grow long, but then they're always like chipping or getting snags. And so, yeah, I don't care. I just cut them all off, cut my real nails too, and we will start over. So, you might have to deal with my ugly nails for a little bit. They're not ugly, they still look the same. They just, anyway, you heard all of it. All right, so let's get a timestamp on this video. We'll be getting started with the reading at about 2:22. It's going to be the timestamp. So let's see what's going on this morning. Let's get the tea for you. All right, all praise to the Most High. Trust your intuition over mine. We're gonna start off with this oracle deck, self-made oracle deck. And I got some blank cards in here, which means I probably need to channel some more new energy. All right, let's go. Strong desire and pure intentions assure success. Oh, strong desire plus pure intentions equals assured success. All right, so something that you have a strong desire for, a lust for, that you really want or crave, and your pure intention, so your reason behind wanting it or needing it or going after it, whatever your intention or motive is, it's assuring success for you in a certain situation in your life. This could be financially, it kind of sounds like, but you know, desire is anything. It's anything. It could be a person, relationship, material things, success, like in your business or anything. Oh, okay. Temper your raw authenticity. It says refine. So, and when I first saw the card, when I saw temper, I'm like, uh-oh. So somebody does have a temper. Someone does have a temper, but I feel like you're in control of it. It's being refined. You could be going through a refinement process, or you've been going through a refinement process here. That could have been one of the major issues that held you behind. Yep. Bridges burn, access is denied. There could be somebody who, because of what you fixed about yourself, there's somebody who has not conquered that yet, and as a result, like, they can't connect with you. But I think it has more to do with what you're manifesting. They would get in the way. Energy is tricky like that, where you may not act like have an active temperament going, but someone else's temperament could, you know, activate that, because you do have it present within you. You have the ability to go there, and I feel like somebody likes to try to trigger you or something like that, so they're being denied access to you. Another thing I saw here is that yeah, it's like you can't get in either. Okay, this person cannot get in with you, you can't get in with them, but it's because y'all tempers and the way that you trigger each other. I do feel as if one of you, this is a refinement process, so you actually are at peace, but the other, I'm not so sure. I just feel like, yeah, I'm not so sure. I think they just got denied, and they could even be going into more of their temperament energy because of it. See, this means that you're at peace with the disconnecting of something. You're at peace with letting something go. You're at peace with not being able to enter into this contract, go back to that job, whatever, go back to this relationship, or go after whatever this is, your desire. Um, there's some desire that you used to have that you no longer have, and you're letting it go because every time you would try to cross over into it or think that it could be a possibility, you were met with fire. And it was like causing you to get into your fire energy too. You could be a fire sign, but everybody has fire energy, even if you don't have fire placements, because we all get mad. But the way you deal with yours, you're at peace even when you're dealing with it, but it feels like you're also thankful for situations that you don't have to put yourself back in, because it's returning your peace to you yet again. Why are we rhyming? Because we have some kind of fairy tale-ish energy. This could be like a fairy tale ending for somebody. It's because you went through the fire. Diamonds came out of diamond. You've been put to the test. Cinderella, unlocking a permanent rise or level up. Yeah. This is a situation I feel where you had to be of service. You either had to be of service to yourself or to someone who is pulling the strings, as far as what it is that your desire is. Like someone is in control of it. They can give it to you. They can offer it to you. It could be yours, but it came with conditions. And I think one of the conditions is that your temper, your raw temper, okay, was refined. All right. So it looks like you are leaving that behind, and you're also okay with these bridges being burned that could have kept you in the space that would have kept you from having this level up in your life. My baby just woke up. Sweet baby Lou, that's you? You went in your room? Oh, let me get a hug. Let me get my kiss. Good morning. You was sleeping so good, I thought you was going to be in there a little bit longer. Good morning. Look how tall you just had another growth spurt. Mm. Yeah, I'm doing a reading. I'll be done in a little bit. What would you say? What? I don't see you. Oh, you gonna sit over there? No. Good morning. What was I thinking about? Absolutely. Why are you talking in sign language? But yeah, you're right. That's the same one you got from me yesterday. I kept it on the table. Put it in our money jar. Um, okay, let's see. What is this music? It's one of my favorite songs. Um, it's just one of my favorite songs. I like Glorilla. It's 7 p.m. Friday. It's 95 degrees. I ain't got no nigga, and no nigga ain't got me. All right, let's see. So maybe this has something to do with getting out of a relationship or out of a connection where someone felt that they had a hold over you, or someone was keeping you bound and chained to a past version of self, where your temper and your raw authenticity could be quite unsettling. It could even create situations, or like create dramatic situations that you really did not want to call into your life, because you are what you attract. So if you get big mad individuals around you, usually it's because you have that activated. Even if you aren't actively, what I want to say, if you're not actively like showing it on the outside, or you're not spewing it everywhere, or anything like that, like there are people in this world. I have not been one. Oh well, until I had a child. No, that's a lie. Until I got married. Um, it just was like a necessity, I guess, that I would have to hold it in a lot of times. But usually in my life, I went from having tantrums as a child to having tantrums as an adult to pretty much kind of knowing that I could hold it in, but because it makes me feel so bad inside, I would let it out. And then it never really attracted the bad reactions until I started to do it, but I didn't, I would regret it. So that could be the changes that someone is going through, or you found yourself going through those changes where something about reacting to your anger, it really started to attract circumstances that you did not want. Okay, so there was a real reason for you to temper that, to refine that. Now that feels like a refinement process that you really asked for yourself. It may have nothing to do with this situation, but it could have prepared you for this, situation or offer or desire that you have. So you're in the right place for it. The other thing I was going to say is that the other wave, because I've tried it this way too, where you just try to act like it's not a big deal and you kind of release yourself from needing to act on it because you just shift your perspective. Okay, oh, somebody, yeah, see, somebody is still there. Somebody is still there in temper land. Because the other way I was talking about is that you can maintain peace on the outside because you turn the other cheek, but not because of forgiveness or letting go, setting yourself free from it, but actually you just give your attention to something else. And you try to pretend like it doesn't exist and it doesn't bother you. And so it's active within you, and it only takes a little situation. It could be something really small. Somebody could mess up your order at a restaurant and you lose your fucking shit. I just posted a little repost of a video on my TikTok with a Karen at a Pizza Hut, and she pushed the pizza, threw it at the girl behind the counter. She was talking to her, but she came in yelling at her. And she was real frustrated, and this is not what I asked for, blah, blah, blah. And the girl was young, and she was just like so, you could see her nodding and talking softly. She was being peaceable and everything. That woman pushed that pizza over that counter and tried to walk out real fast. And when I say that girl moved, as soon as that pizza hit the ground, she was right on her ass. Went out to the parking lot, pushed her ass on the fucking gravel. Like, what was that you said? And I was like, ooh, you asked for that one right there, lady. Because she was being real peaceable. But you just don't know when somebody's last straw is. You don't know when somebody is done turning the other cheek. So there's a situation here with you where I think somebody may have saw you that way. Like, either or. Either they saw you and you like to roar, and maybe, when you're roaring, that's actually the time period that you really don't give a fuck. So that's not as big of an issue as it is as possibly when you're quiet, you have, like, you're that person that I was talking about where, yeah, but it only take a tiny, I ain't a killer, but don't push me. That type of energy. So whatever this situation, this job, this position in your life, whatever this is that you were wanting, you were going to have to sacrifice that temper. And I feel like you did. All right. Come on. Ain't no cards coming out of here. Maybe this the wrong deck. Let's do tarot. Oh, this is ground level. I was saying something about it is fairy tale-ish. I feel like somebody's going to have a fairy tale ending in reality. Because that's this deck right here. It's not for everybody. Because it talks a lot about divine connections, spiritual connections, twin flame dynamics. It gets kind of metaphysical. So something about this is just like, this is ground level. This is ground level, which is groundbreaking because you're breaking new ground in life. This means this is a new level that you can fall to, but it's about to be better for you. It's something you asked for. It's a level up. It says a permanent rise. So something else is about to solidify in your life. Maybe something, the way that something used to be, bridges burned, access denied. What used to be there is no longer there. It could have been what went up in flames when that fire engine went by, right when we were talking about this. So I feel like possibly a past scenario or situation has went up in flames, and there is a new rise. There's a new level up. And what this is for you is that if this was something that you felt like you had to pour a lot into, or there were a lot of things that needed to be changed before you could maintain this or have this desire of yours, It means you fulfilled it already. You fulfilled it already. So your servitude, the Cinderella, where you're dealing with people that you really don't want to, people aren't treating you the way you feel like you deserve. This is a coin flip. Somebody's about to have a 180. Okay, not getting what you deserve, lots of illusions and lies, um, triggering moments and situations, shadow energy, or something like that. That was your time period where you were like in a space of servitude, or you could have even like really been pushed into your shadow because you had to do some deep shadow healing so that you don't have those buttons, you don't have those triggers. And even if you do, if you were faced with that situation or that subject, you know exactly what to do and how to move, and you don't have the built up fear of it, which is really why we get so angry because we don't know how something is going to play out. So we don't like when something could possibly have the potential to be a big catastrophe. You don't even want to see the beginning of it. But now something will not trigger you or piss you off as much because it's like you can nip it in the bud immediately. You're almost grateful, actually, for the things that you're able to see that you do have anger activated on the subject of. Okay? This could also be about somebody falling into love, like, but I mean literally, like the vibration of love. You're becoming love, not just like loving someone or something. The Chariot is in reverse. This is being held back. Your intention, your desire, where you're at, what you're looking for. This is a harvest that you're waiting for, that you're going to receive. People are blinded as to what exactly this is. And that's why, because they wanted opposite. These people were ops. You had ops, monitoring cops, monitoring spirits. Monitoring cops are monitoring spirits that are present in people. And you can see it by the way that they look at you. They also tend to like get too close. Like when they're looking at you, it's almost like they're peering in, like, like lens. They're trying to see into your soul. It's weird. Those are monitoring spirits. Because sometimes it's not about what they say, it's about what they do, how they move. The Chariot in reverse says lack of direction. They don't know where to go or where you are. And for some of you, it's not like literally, but on the subject of something. No control. They've lost control. Self-discipline. Okay, so they're having no choice but to discipline themselves because this person wants to be forceful towards you. It says forceful, but also powerless. That's why whoever this is, they're like blowing up in their own rage because they really want to project the rage onto you. This is someone who really wants you to feel the shoes, an embodiment of this wrath that they're experiencing or something like that, but they're powerless to push it onto you. They're powerless to project it to you because the bridge is burned, their access is denied. They can't get it in. Opposition. So this is opposition that I feel like you've been waiting to end. You could have already done this work. Man, that's weak. You could have already done this work and you kind of just been waiting patiently. For the cycle to be over, for this person to learn their lesson, or for, like we have, the bridge is burned, or for the person to just kind of go up in flames, or the situation to go up in flames, for something to just be over. You've been waiting for it to be done. So maybe this is a situation too where you felt like you had to do the work, you had to, think of Cinderella. It's the evil stepmother and the Cinderella, they have no choice but to do what she says and to kind of kiss her ass because without her, they may have nothing. They'll be out in the street. They'll be cold. She'll be cold. They don't have no money. Things like that. This person is also in control of finances or something like that. They're in control of the finances. They're in control of whatever is valuable. Whatever it is that you were looking for, I was saying, there's someone else who kind of pulls the strings. And for some of you, that is the person that you were waiting for them to fix their temperament because it's up to them. But you don't want to work for somebody who acts like that or is like that. Okay, so, yeah, I don't know. But man, talk about opposition. The 9 of Wands. All right, we have Cancer and Sagittarius energy out so far. Resilience, close to success. Okay, courage, persistence, perseverance, stamina, a test of faith, and standing your ground. Somebody was committed to seeing you through a situation or issue. You could have been under fire. This could really come from people's evil eye, judgment of you, or unhappy that that they feel stuck. This could be like at a workplace. You're getting a promotion or you're retiring, and it's weird, but it's like people who are upset that they're still in service to this person, or they're still stuck in this cycle or at this job. For some of you, it's like it is your person. It's somebody you want to be in a relationship with. That's your deep desire. But this person had other people that they had obligations to, or people who have obligations to them. And you could have felt obligated to them too at some point in time, but you no longer do. So you're free. But the other people in their life, they still feel like they have to be like a slave to this person, or they have to do their bidding. So yeah, I don't know, somebody's mad. I'm not going far into it, so hopefully it makes sense. All right, let's see. This is actually a good card though, because you are breaking through resistance. So if you've had resistance to the connection with the person that actually would be good for you, or if you have resistance to like I said, working on your temperament or how you deal with something, or even letting something go, let it burn. I think that you should let it burn. Who was that, Usher? If that's a situation that resonates with you, then this 9 of Wands is about you doing the work or fighting the fight with yourself, okay? To release resistance to your desires, the sacral energy. You have a desire for something, and now you are releasing the resistance that was in the way of it. So for a lot of you, the bridge burn with the past person been happening. You just had resistance yourself to unlocking this permanent rise or level up. And for some of you, it's because you didn't believe it. So if that's the truth, then that was doubt, and that version of you is dying. That version of you that doubted your potential or your abilities, or for some of you, this would take a leap of faith, because whoever was the third party or the bridge that was kind of creating this for you, now you're going to have to trust that God got you and you can do it yourself. So that's another graduation kind of ceremony from some kind of cycle. You're getting out of a cycle. You're closing a cycle, and you are moving into this permanent rise or level up. This is death energy, so that's for sure. That's for sure. Transformation process, death and rebirth. Could be a Scorpio. We got Cancer, we got Sagittarius, and Scorpio. Heavy water energy, fire and water. And I said someone is, you are love. You're embodying love. That could be your rebirth. Nice. Fire, desire, and love. If you embody and are lust and love, oh my God, that's crack. People, it's everything. You're the total spectrum. Energetically, you carry the total spectrum. That's where somebody is headed. That's not just like a lack of resistance to the things that you want. Your energy becomes irresistible to other people. So it's a manifestation of not just things and money, but people, hearts, souls. Yep, the High Priestess, confirmation. Could be an Aquarius or a Pisces, water energy all over the table. But this is an emotional, I heard rendering or reckoning. What's the other one? It has to do with like the Bible and Revelation. Is it the rampage? You know what they say, like at Armageddon, the end, there would be like the people, they just snatch them up. It's like that. You probably didn't even know you were about to go through this transformation, but Spirit is guiding you toward it. You may have been aware of it with your third eye, but something about your third eye, like I said, is going to another level. So the third eye awakening, it's not like a moment. It's like a difficult awakening first. Your eyes are awakened and you are open to things in life that you used to be able to hide from. So it's actually a lot of work, a lot of shadow work and shadow healing. But then it does reap very good results. The High Priest card is one of the most powerful cards in the deck. And it's because not only are your senses and your third eye active, your pineal gland is now working and you are receiving that information consciously, but also the work that you do so that you are able to pass it through your solar plexus, which is your gut feeling. So aligning your gut with what your intuition is telling you, that's a major breakthrough. And so below the solar plexus is your sacral chakra, which means those are your desires. So now there is nothing that is stopping that conception of your desire and what it is that it takes to create it. Because the root chakra is next, and that's, before you know it, it's right in front of you, it's in your hand, you're living it, you're being it, you're breathing it, all of that. So yeah, this is a pretty big breakthrough for somebody. Also, what I was talking about with the third eye energy, that awakening, there's levels to your awakening. And once you're able to accept the things that you're able to see, and you also do the work of moving through the fear and all of the lower vibrational energies that could keep you trapped, like you could lose your mind actually with the third eye energy. It's not a game. It's not a game. It's not a game. I don't know if y'all be like doing those meditations and stuff and it tell you like warning, your pineal gland, da da da. It could be that, or you could meditate off of a rap song, but it's just the instrumental. It doesn't matter. A quieted mind and you get up to these high vibes, but you have not taken control of your mind when it comes to like fears and things like that. You are susceptible to attacks. You're susceptible to other entities which can grab hold of you because you're not in your body. You're astral traveling. They can plummet you and take you down into the depths of things that you have never even seen or heard of or been aware of, and now you're caught up in fear and you're mentally struggling and you can get stuck there. So it's not really a game. You do have to have like some kind of spiritual awareness, and you kind of need like a spirit guide or a mentor, and that's a fact. That's a fact. I don't care who it is, God, your passed on loved one, actual spiritual guru or mentor or something like that, but it's not really a game. People do lose their minds. They do. Okay. But once you do all of that, you have spiritual gifts that are unlocked. So that's what this is coming into. And I feel like someone doesn't know what your new abilities are, but someone really wants to see. So you may have a monitoring spirit, or there is a person that wants access to you. They can't get it. And that could be the ending of that, which means that that's probably, that person was not good for you. They were trying to attack you. So that attack could be over. But that's what they were gunning for. That's what they were looking for. Trying to see the full extent of your abilities. We have intuitive, subconscious, feminine energy, inner voice, spirituality, secrets, and wisdom. So yeah, you did the emotional healing. You're accepting your intuition. You also are aware of your subconscious beliefs or disbeliefs or fears, and you have worked through those or conquered those in such a way that you're ready for the next level. You're listening to your inner voice and acting out of wisdom and spirituality, or spiritual wisdom rather. And there are new secrets that are being revealed to you. This is also about hidden knowledge, and something about this, the death and the high priestess. You could be getting hidden knowledge of what you would consider to be like even occult things that have been like conspiracies or things that people don't really look too deep into because it could shatter their whole reality and scare the shit out of them. But if you can do that, actually that's where they hide the gold. That's where they hide the diamonds and the fire and the scary places and the dark places, the places they tell us not to go, because that's where it is. So you're moving into a space where you won't be afraid to go there, and you'll be able to get or unlock some of these things. Let's see if we can get more about this, because this is manifesting for you physically. Okay, so you're going to have to pace yourself, or this is happening at a slow pace, probably for your protection, because like I said, new levels bring new devils. So whatever you've conquered and dealt with, that's cool. You won't have to deal with it again. Even the people that embody that same energy, if they don't ascend, they don't go to the next level with you. So you will not be at opposition with the same people that you used to be. You might not even see them as a threat or anything like that. Like they kind of will cease to exist, or they'll be on a whole nother page. Level up. They'll level up with you, or mostly they won't even have access to you, okay? Which means they can't affect your equilibrium. They can't affect you mentally or emotionally. It means that you will be able to even deal with them in physical reality without them having the effect on you mentally and emotionally that they used to. So for some of you, this is strictly a spiritual battle that you had to conquer. But now you're moving to a new level. So this is going to introduce new people. And for some of you, it's new entities. Okay? So it says slow pace, postponement, chaos, losing momentum, hastiness, pessimism, not prepared, and sluggishness. All right, tell me more about this. Maybe this is what you need to be aware of. There's negative energy trying to, yep. Okay, so justice. See, you're already about to get out of some, you have protection. You have protection. You have, so this is a good time if you have been kind of staying away from tarot, or you haven't been interested because it seems like most of it is so dark and negative. That's because of the time period that you were going through. You're getting ready to have a new breakthrough. Expect to be served at the tables. Like, expect for you to start seeing titles that resonate with your spirit, with your soul, as to something that you want. And it's actually a good time to believe it, not as a fairy tale, but as something that you know very well you've done the work to have a breakthrough for. Okay, because this is happening right now as we speak. You have this negative energy coming towards you. We have Sagittarius energy again, but someone wants to like get you to slow down. They're trying to slow down your pace, keep you from speaking or doing the things that are helping you to, this is a race. I don't know why, but there's competition. Someone's trying to compete with you to make it to a certain level before you do. For some of you, like I said, it's a position. This is like a literal job that you're trying to get. And there's somebody who wants to outwit you, or they're trying to pretty much burden you down or slow down your momentum. That also has to do with psychic attacks, making you think you're not good enough, or that you can't compete, or that, you know, it's too much for you, or something like that. So that's chaos energy, chaos magic that someone is using. There must be room for confusion, yeah, because it's still third eye. So people, if you're still on this level and you haven't leveled up yet, people will still be trying to throw illusions at you so they can get you stuck in pessimism or sluggishness. And that's just a desperate attempt to get you before you cross the finish line. Okay, but you have justice. Justice is on your side. You're also being protected and guided through this. So just pay attention to your intuition. And this is basically, it's good for you to listen to your heart now. Okay, your heart is guiding you right. That means you fought the fine fight and you weeded out the things in your heart that would deceive you or get you to move according to someone else's agenda. Okay, a lot of you just had to conquer hatred of any kind, because you'll attract it, and you'll attract a lot of evil eyes who can attach to you unbeknownst to you. Whole time it's not like you're hating on people out of jealousy or envy, but you had hatred attached to a certain situation, dynamic, or something that has happened in your life. So it doesn't matter what the specifics are. That is a vibration. Okay, so you were attracting a lot of hateful energy. Okay, and you've released that. Oh, so all that hate is going back. Yeah, you don't have anything to do. What I was going to say is follow your heart, follow your intuition. If spirit makes you feel like you need to slow down, slow down. If spirit makes you feel like you should speed up, speed up. This is a good time to trust your heart, to be in the flow. This is Libra energy. Justice, upright attitude, transparency, cause and effect, fairness, integrity, clarity, accountability, and lawsuits will be won. So yeah, you do have people too who are trying to hold grievances on you. These are people who are trying to keep you from this ascension process, because it is happening internally. It is happening on a spiritual level, but the results are physical. So you have people who do not want you to experience this physical glow up, level up, or rise in your life. They don't want to see it, but the tears are going to have to come from their eyes, because for most of you, that justice is about karma, which means they will have no choice but to watch it. That is their karma, because they tried to stop it, they tried to end it, and so they're going to have to see it with their own eyes. Okay, that could be the biggest maybe for them that's the worst. Okay, is to actually see you win. But anyway, it doesn't matter. The point is you're winning. Okay, but yeah, until you cross that finish line, they're going to try. So this is a good time to know that you are protected. And to stay in that love bubble, you are embodying love. Okay, so nothing above or below can touch you when you're embodying the whole of you. That's lust and love. You are it. You be it. Period. All right, you guys, that's the reading. That's the live. I will see you in the next one. I'm so glad that that one didn't talk about people trying to steal it. Like, they can't steal it. All they can do now, they know they can't steal it. So all they can do now is try to get you to self-sabotage yourself. So if your only opposition at this point to your next level up, or period, each level up, if your only opposition is actually just going to be you, like nobody else outside of you can sabotage you, just you, I don't know, but y'all, that sound like easy street to me. All you got to do is conquer yourself, period. Okay? Consider it done. And have fun while you do it. All right, you guys. I'm in love with your souls. See you in the next video. Bye.